Hi, Judd here. We're going to do an unboxing video. I bought a new toaster oven. This is the Breville Mini Smart Oven. Now, Amazon had the next largest size on sale at significant discount, but the only difference between that and this is that was an air fryer, and this one I got for $129, I think it was, and I loved the reviews on it. I mean, they were like, I've had this for 5 years and it's still wonderful and that sort of thing. My toaster oven has been through the mill a few times. It still works, it's fine, but it's filthy because I cook meat in there. And so it gets very dirty, it's very hard to keep clean. And what I might do is keep the both of them, use that one for meat and use this new one for cakes and cookies and baking, clean cooking. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox this and see what we got. So the old box in a box trick. That cracks me up when they do that. Boom. There you see, Breville Smart Oven, that's what it looks like. And it's smart because it has top and bottom burners that are run independently, and depending on what setting you set, come off and on at different intensities. You just want to warm the top of the pizza and crisp the crust. You can do that, theoretically. Oh, look at this. Wow, okay. That's what you get when you open the box. Okay, if that doesn't entice you to cook some more, what will? Now I got two big boxes, one with a pretty picture on it. Okay, and we got a box of accessories, I imagine, and a packing cord. Oh, okay. And a Smart Oven book, and a piece of cardboard. Okay, I'll notice already it's got hooks here for the cord to go through. That's a nice touch. Another thing I read in the reviews was this gets hot. So this can actually be used as a warming tray up here when you're cooking or to keep something warm. But you're not supposed to touch this when you've been cooking for a while until it has time to cool down. This gets hot. Hot, like burn your fingers hot. Well, size-wise, it's going to fit very nicely. That was like my major concern. Now it has markings on the door here for where you put the racks for different things. Broil, toast, bake. You got your controls. You're choosing what you want to do. You can adjust the time or the darkness of toast with these up and down buttons, and start and add 5 minutes or add a couple of minutes more, and I don't know what those are. But there it is. You can see it's a nice compact oven. Oh, it also says it's all Teflon coated inside, so it's easy to clean. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. So important note in cleaning: to extend the life of your enamel baking pan. Okay, this is the baking pan. Do not put it in the dishwasher. Wash in warm soapy water with a soft sponge or a soft scouring pad. Rinse and dry thoroughly. Okay. Good. I don't have a dishwasher. Okay, so there's a nice deep baking pan. And a rack. And more cardboard. Okay, now this tray is not that deep. And it has the bulge in the middle, which makes stuff run to the edges. I'd rather have it bulge down in the middle so it accumulates in the middle. But it is what it is. And if I only use this for baking cakes and things, that's not going to be a real issue anyway. Now the width on this, you can see there's your width, is less than my existing. You can see we're 1.5 inches narrower, and depth-wise, we're 1 inch less depth. So I should be okay. I've never found a duplicate of the old one I've got, which is just the perfect size for everything for me. But of course they change models and everybody uses a different size by a half an inch or so. The next size up on this did not increase the width at all. It just increased the height a little bit. Okay, so there we go. Put that together. Oh, this go that way? Oh, okay, so this goes that way, so it does rip into the middle. Good, good, I like that. Okay, oh, good. Okay, so I'm happy again. So there we go. There's your unboxing. And of course I want you all to read the manual. But that's your problem. I like it. Maybe I'll add addendum to this after I bake with it and see what it happens. Okay, there you go. Happy day to you. Okay, plugged in there. I've set it to bake and it's gone to 325. I suppose I can up that. Yep, I can up that. I wonder how high I can go. Probably 450. Yep, 450. Okay. Okay, 350 is probably what I'm going to need. But also, this has part of the smart thing. I forgot about this. But part of the smart thing is it has a preheating cycle. So it actually stays red until it's got the temperature, and that tells you that it's preheated. So that's a nice little touch. But we're not doing that yet. We're going to cook. We're going to bake later. So just showing you that. I forgot to show you that preheating thing. That's a nice thing. Okay. Now they want 350 at 25 minutes. But this new oven I've got says, because it's smaller, that you cook at a lower temperature, and it recommends 325 for this. So I'm going to go 325 for 25, and we'll see what happens, and I can always add a little bit of time to that. And we're going to bake. Okay. Oh, and it went to 350, but that's because I'd set it there. And time 25 at once. Okay, now I start, and it's going to go to preheat. So it's preheating, and the time won't actually start counting down until preheating is done, and it'll tell me when preheating is done. First item for this new Breville Mini Smart Oven, and you can see there's labels here for where you put the rack. And I'm at the lowest point, which is for baking, reheating, and roasting. The next level is for toast, bagels, cookies, and pizza. And up top is for broil. Now maybe this should be for cookies. In fact, I think it should be for cookies. I'm going to move that to cookies. Okay, and it's ready to go. So, here we go. Okay, so 25, counting down from 25 minutes, and we're cooking. So that's that. Okay, one problem I can report with this oven. There's no alarm at the end. I don't know how long ago I finished. I was distracted looking at Facebook. So let's see what we got. Okay, well, they don't look burnt. They do look well done, though. That looks pretty good. Okay, after using the new toaster oven for baking, I did read in their instructions, they said because of its small size, you might want to go a little lower on the cooking temperature, and that worked out fine. Instead of 350, I went to 325, and that came out good. So that's good advice. The other comment I would add is that the finish alarm, the alarm that goes off when it's finished its cooking cycle or its preheating cycle, is very, very mute. I didn't even think, I actually thought it was in a video I was watching on YouTube you know, it was like some background noise in the video I was watching, and even faint at that, I barely heard it. So you got to keep an eye on the timer, because the alarm is definitely not going to call you from the next room, or if you're doing something that's making any kind of noise at all, it's a little beep, beep, beep. It's like that. I mean, literally. So that would be an additional comment I would make on that oven. And here is what the beep, the finish alarm, sounds like. That's not much, I'll tell you.